Hey there, my dearest Cancers. Happy November. I hope you're all well, happy, healthy, wealthy, and abundant. So, this month we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do an In the Shadows reading. Being that it's Scorpio season and the cards associated with Scorpio are Judgment, the Tower, Death card, right? So, it's a little darker. So I'm thinking that a lot of those things happen from something internal, and this is called the dark mirror. So it's looking at a shadow within yourself. So I'm going to pull from the dark mirror oracle to kind of get an overview, maybe just to help prepare you for Scorpio season in general. Maybe something that can help you navigate through any kind of challenges. But so we have obsession. And I can't remember who else had this, but somebody at the beginning. I think it might have been Virgo, actually. Don't hold me to that, though. And also remember that if you'd like to see the mid-month readings, the soul connection readings, be sure to engage with the video, like, share, comment, and I greatly appreciate you guys. So, obsession. It says, there is nothing else that can replace my focus. We chase comets and mirrors and shadows. Sometimes we actually chase cars or miss. Obsession is a trick for our perception. Many become one, and that one bloats us to take everything else. It feels like it is whatever it is, an idea, a person, an objective. Flavors are flavors our life and gives meaning to it. As all the light through a lens, it converges on to a single point, and that point goes ablaze under the greatest fire. But in truth, more than enacting our life, it numbs our attention to the rest. It makes us feel more awake by hiding the rest of the world under a cloud of slumber. Obsession is a drug. In small doses it whips, in big doses it kills. If we drown inside an obsession, we should close our eyes. We don't die in the darkness. We just fall asleep, and then we can wake up more naturally. I think that card is very true. Obsession sometimes it can become like a safe place to dim out the actual reality of what goes on outside of us. And so an obsession can be like a way of almost like a comfort. It gives us something good to think about or something to keep our mind focused on something other than the actual reality. But it can make us complacent. It can make us not being able to see anything outside of it. So let's see what that's about, my dear Cancers. And again, thank you for all you do. The first row is going to be your challenges or what's hidden in the shadows for this month. And then I'll look into the present moment and then the highest projected outcome. So let's see what we have here. And remember, we'll only take what is for you and leave the rest. Don't try to attach it or make it fit if it's not for you, because if it's meant for you, you'll know it's for you. There'll be no questions. Okay, now we're going to look at the present. There's been a lot of majors this month in most all readings, and that just shows there's big massive change underfoot right now in the cosmos. So you got 4 out of 6, like that's a lot. These are life changing. The moon. So what we got that's in the shadows, the part that we have in the shadows, is the sun can be waking or addressing things that are hidden in the shadows, right? Because the light dispels the illusion, the darkness, the obsession, right? It's kind of like you have a choice to make. Are you going to stay in an illusion, or are you going to go towards the truth of a situation? Maybe there's something that has taken control of your mind in some sense, but it's also like that comfort blanket, right? That's kept you from seeing the mess that has happened over time, or the pain that has happened over time. It's almost like the light that keeps you going, right? But the one thing about the chariot is it doesn't go unless you got light and dark working together. So you've got to apply the sun. That's the challenge. You've got to go towards the truth this month. And that's where the choice comes in, right? This is where the challenge comes in. Which path is going to lead you closer to that truth? What have you been obsessing over only because you don't want to face, like, maybe the darkness that you have been through? It could be like a numbing type of thing, to, like they say, it's an addiction, a drug, something that fuels you from the inside, that's not based on a reality, it's based on illusion. And when we live on illusion, we never really make it to where we intended to go in the first place. So we kind of get lost in the sauce along the way, unable to make decisions because it's keeping us sort of bound. Now, in the current moment, we've got the Six of Cups, the Magician, and the Hierophant. This is very powerful, and I think this is kind of taking that power back that you've given away to something outside of yourself. Having faith that the divine is supporting you in your next movements, right? And you have all the tools. Now, your obsession stems from something that happened in childhood. Like maybe you had an absent father, an absent mother, and so your obsession is towards maybe a male figure that resembles your father, or a female figure that resembles your mother. So what you're being asked to do is go back to that place to where this obsession has helped you to not acknowledge the lack of not having that, right? Because a lot of times we meet people that remind us of certain triggers and traumas in our life just so we can heal them. But instead, we may become fixated on them instead, and not truly learning the lesson or what that connection was actually teaching us. So it's saying to, like, go back, call your power back. Maybe pray, maybe give it, surrender whatever that is to the universe or to God, and let them know, hey, I need clarity, because I kind of feel that I'm coming at an impasse in my life where I have to either switch things up so that I can move forward and achieve the greatness that I know that I'm made for, or I'm going to stay stuck in an illusion, right? So what you don't see coming for your greatest and highest good is the Moon, Ace of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. And this to me gives me, this is the illusion, right? And so when we take the courage to shine that light on the darkness, we'll see the opportunity that's there, the love that actually is there, not something that's built from an obsession or an obsessive place. This is something that is created once we learn the lesson of staying in the dark to protect ourselves, like hidden in a cloak almost, right? I think you're getting an answer, actually, with this moon from the divine. If you're asking, like, direct my next steps, show me what's not real, show me what is real. This is the illumination of that. And the Page of Cups in this instance to me is that inner child, that inner part of yourself that may not have had the chance to be playful, to be free, to be able to, live life in a carefree way. Like this feels like letting go of this illusion takes that weight off of that inner child, because that inner child was like, finally, you've learned the lesson, I'm free from it, thank you. And this is what comes as the thank you from your inner child, is this new blessing, this new grounded sun, because this to me is the minor arcana sun, and then this is the major arcana sun. So it's like I see a lot of happiness and warmth and abundance in your future, and it's not illusionary, right? It's nothing that was based on an illusion anymore. This is actually like something that's in your life because you've created it, because you've taken the steps necessary to learn the lessons, use the tools you learn from those lessons, give it to God, and then let the illusions fall off and deal with them accordingly. So we're going to get we're going to get clarifiers for each and see what else we can get. Yeah, the truth will set you free. That's what I'm getting. What it's saying is the way to move in out of conflict, or the conflict in your life, is to do a little bit of a deep dive. Look for those shadows. The hermit goes into the dark, goes into the moon, goes in there to find the star, right? Goes in there to find a real star, not an obsessive star, right? Because a lot of people put certain things in the place of a star, a wish fulfillment, but you got to look at the shadows to see, like, why do you think that's a star of yours? Why do you think that would be wish fulfillment? Does it stem from something else? So this is going to help you to move forward passionately into something new. It's going to give you power and strength, and it's just saying maybe you need to sit with it for a minute. Find out where that conflict lies. Find out, because with the Five of Swords, it's basically you holding the pain very close to your chest, which makes you blind, which makes you obsessed, which makes you literally live in a place of not knowing what's real and what's not. And so once you go inside and figure out, like, why am I chasing this? And what is the true thing that I want? Not a person, not a place, but what do I feel on the inside would be the most beneficial thing for myself that will help you to move into calmer waters. Six of Swords, Chariot, like, those are all about movement. So as soon as you can address that thing, I think that holds that obsessive quality for you, it'll help you to see things very clearly. So let's see. Okay. Yeah. The Magician again, the Fool, the Queen of Wands, and then making progress in the next 1 to 2 weeks, shifting consciousness. Yeah, this is waking up. You're no longer going to be unconscious. And it could be a validation to your divine feminine within you, because we have a match, the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands. And to me, this is like, maybe you've leaned too much into the divine masculine in the past of you. Maybe you've become more masculine and feminine, and something about you realizing the reasons why maybe that shadow was there, or that illusion was there, was to wake up the feminine within you, for you to be able to trust. Because the feminine trusts, right? And she waits. She doesn't go and chase. She attracts. So it's like claiming that power back is going to help you to start back at ground zero with the Fool. Awaken that feminine within you, which is going to create massive change. And it's like trusting, whether the Hierophant be a mentor, a friend, God himself. It's trusting that when you address this, that nothing but good is going to come from it, right? There's been a lot of balancing of the divine feminines and masculines lately, especially in these readings. People are waking up. They're becoming more conscious, and it's almost like they're letting the sleeping dogs lie. You ever heard that? They're waking up and just realizing who are the sheep and who are the wolves. All right, so what did I say? Okay, first I want to go over this because I was talking about the Two of Swords and the Three of Swords equaling that conflict, that Five of Swords. So your pain has blinded you for a while. And so you grabbed on to whatever felt safest to you to hold on to, and that's what you've been doing ever since. But this Scorpio season, you're looking at things differently. And this Judgment card has a young girl and an older girl here, right? So that's like you making a judgment over what are you going to do to make it up to your inner child? Like, where did you fail? And where are you going to give this young child version of yourself, like, I don't know, like to make your younger self proud of who you've become, right? New spiritual journey, new spiritual story, progression, forgiveness, awakening. It's like laying down that conflict, letting that sunshine. And Three of Wands, manifesting the life that you want, taking the steps necessary to do that is going to bring in exactly what you're looking for. So sometimes we've got to face the shadows to get through, but you know, if we don't, we're just going to stay stagnant and then wonder why we are. It's a very powerful reading. They all really have been. Scorpio season is, I don't know, it's going to be different this Scorpio season. I have a feeling something big is going to happen. I just feel it, and I can see it with all the majors. It's like a conscious, almost like people are leveling up. Like the light is shining very bright. And that can be good for some and bad for others, who knows. But people are waking up to what they've been disillusioned by. What did I say? You're giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. Yeah, you are. Act like it. Be obsessed with yourself. All right, so I'm going to pull a romance angel card just to look at love. We got true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. And I think this comes after you release that disillusion. All right, I'm going to get a moonology and then some charms, and we will be done. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to like, share, subscribe. All right, so you got communication is key, new moon in Gemini. I think Libra got this one too. Maybe you just need to have a excuse me, a conversation with yourself. Have a conversation with God, the universe. Tell what you need. Knock and the door shall be opened. Start speaking a new life into existence. All right, so for the charms, I'll get the letter charms first. We have got the letter G, the letter Z, the letter B, V, C, and L. Doesn't spell anything, but could mean something to you. Now I'm going to do regular charms and see what we can get. Alright, y'all got a lot. You got a pineapple. Maybe you like pineapple. and a seahorse. Maybe there's something about an island or tropics. We've got a fairy with the moon, so letting go of the darkness creates the environment for that star. The wish fulfillment, the anchor. I think that's this Hierophant here. It's going to help you to become more grounded. You got 2 anchors actually, so it's like letting go of your old comfort zone and anchoring into something more positive, and these pliers making adjustments accordingly as needed. So I love it for you, my dear Cancers. Let me know in the comments how it resonates, and I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.